Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. I am Sweet Boy, Sofa King Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. How are you feeling today?
I'm good, man. Sun's shining. It looks like we are getting a turn in the weather finally.
Yes, that's why I'm out here in my summer season, ready to play in the sun, SON style. That's it.
You look like a Miami gangster right now. That's what
you look like. Hey, gangsters don't die. They get chubby and move to Miami. Don't be surprised we doing some Zoom podcast soon.
Move to Miami.
Yes, to the many folks at home, we welcome you. Thank you for coming back. To the new ones, welcome. Brace yourself for that guy, the things that he has to say that's out of pocket, and the sweet boy saint that I am and stuff. I bless you with nothing but my thoughts. Like Jerry Springer.
I know y'all heard the last episode, and for those who don't, this is a good time to really check if he's telling the truth or not. This is a good time. It's a good time.
Mr.
But this one,
Nice
I'm pause and just say, take the first, I think it was like the first 5 minutes or so, the first 5 minutes.
I don't recall.
Then
I have amnesia.
And we'll see.
To the folks at home, to the new folks, I have a memory of a goldfish, so I tend to forget some of these episodes at times. Do apologize for the things that he says.
He apologizes.
Yes, like, comment, subscribe, YouTube. We see you. Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast fix, we welcome you. Thank you. We appreciate you. And let's keep it moving. Oh, I want to say I appreciate you too.
You appreciate me. Oh.
Yeah, for not firing me like Joe Budden did his squad. Yeah. I guess it's like we get to what episode is that? 4 and change in the Joe Budden's podcast world. So I guess when it gets to episode 400 or something like with this show, I think the smooth might kind of come off kind of different.
Am I switch up on you?
I hope not.
Am I switch up game?
I hope not. I think we got a good thing going, but I hope not. I mean,
well, listen, we do got a good thing going. And besides all those wonderful things that you have mentioned where people can tune in and check us out, we would like to also tell you that the launching of the Podical Sons website is now in full effect. So, if you don't got a favorite spot where you listen to us, you can actually go there and find the
PodicalSons.com.
Whether it be on the YouTube or whether it just be from SoundCloud and you want to have a listen, man. It's been a while in making, but we've executed it and now it's there. So consider this a launch.
Yes,
yeah.
The launch.
A launch. Maybe even by close to the episode, maybe we could probably even try and pull it up so the YouTube audience can see what we're talking about, and then the rest of y'all gotta just pull it up on your own.
Yeah. Okay, man.
How you been?
Surviving.
Yeah.
Ready to play in the sun. You see I cleaned off patio area.
I see.
You see I got my shades on. This might be an episode with the shades on. It's not 10 o'clock at night, that's my slogan. As long as it ain't like dark outside, I can wear shades.
That reminds me of what the rock song, man. It was popular, man.
The rock song?
Yeah.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
We're still in the daytime, boy.
I'm in the daytime.
Yeah, we're still in the daytime, but
what is it?
We got the vibe going.
I think Tony Roberts, he's the comedian. What did he say? He's like, you walk in the club with your shades on, you think the shit is tight, you bumping into people because it's 10 o'clock at night. Like, take that shit off, man. It's too late. But yeah, man, we're here. Let's enjoy. Let's do some things. Let's unpack some things, get to some real shit. Let's have some fun with it. Is it fair or foul for a husband to buy his wife and his mother the same gift for Mother's Day? We polled that. We had a convo on that last week. 54% said it's foul. You agree or disagree?
Well, I think last week what I
Last
said
week
is
we said
we bought two. It would be like a two for gift.
it's a two for me.
You can get the
Us as men, we kind of lazy at times, but we smart with the lazy.
Right. So we were saying either the flowers or if you could get the 2-for-1 sale on the robes, the
robe.
terry cloth robes.
Terry cloth,
Gotta make sure the
definitely.
terry cloth.
Yeah.
2-for-1 on terry cloth robes. We would get them that and then get an extra gift, kind of an individualized item.
A salute to all the people, the comments and the polls when we get to these things. They're fucking hilarious. I love them.
We love them.
You love. We both love them, man. You know, like, one woman and so sweet. She said straight good. She's like, his mother is the hole he came out of. My hole is the hole he comes in. We are not the same.
Definitely not the same.
I was like, wow. He only
Definitely
had
not
one
the same.
interaction with his mother's hole, where he has multiple interactions with my hole.
Right.
I don't expect the same gift. I expect a better gift. I was like, okay.
Now I'm pretty sure moms would probably beg to differ on that one.
Yo.
On whose gift should be more important.
You know
but
what?
the dynamic, I'll agree with her dynamic.
I just feel like, at times I feel like there should be, like, just the thing, because see, Mother's Day, why so much money is spent on Mother's Day,
Right.
is that some people and stuff, they're onto, you're like a mom to me, so I appreciate you, and this is my way of showing appreciation.
Yes.
You only got one mom.
You only got one. Only one.
You're only obligated to buy for one mom.
Yeah, this is true.
Whatever, and anything. Maybe if your kids are like 3-4 years old or something like that, I think they're in the range where they can't really make cards and make gifts and stuff like that. Because they got to buy for their mother.
Right.
You're a woman.
Right.
Other than that, I think we aight though. We aight.
I mean, but she gonna get that Mother's Night after the Mother's Day,
Well,
right?
hey, that's it.
That's it.
Next question. Would you date a single low-income person or be the side piece to a super rich person? 67% said low income. Where do you stand, kind sir? Would you like me to take my shades off so I can look in your eye?
I'm gonna stand on the low income side.
The world's full of liars. No one wants to hear the truth, folks. Continue with your bullshit. Let's hear this. Let's go.
I'm a person about building relationships and building wealth together.
Building wealth together.
What about you, my fine sir? What was your answer?
Oh, I'm super side piece slut puppy.
Dirtbag.
Yo, I'm in it to win it.
You in it
Look,
to win it?
I know it's gonna be a temporary dance, and I think that's the thing and stuff with me. I'm gonna look at it stuff as that like, yo, you have these people
Right.
who are thinking it might be a long haul thing. It's not a long haul dance. If you're a person on the side, it can work, but the odds are very, very, very not much in your favor.
Tell that to Camilla.
Camilla was a side piece? Really? Interesting. So before Diana died,
Camilla was in the picture before Diana was in the picture. And she's still in the picture now.
interesting. That shapes a lot, though. I got a particle sun theory for that now.
You got a theory for that? There's many theories already floating around for that.
Okay.
We'll see if yours matches up.
I mean, because my thing and stuff is if that be the case, whatever, you're looking like, yo, you try to be main. You gotta make some shit happen sometimes, whatever. A few car crashes.
You gotta make some stuff happen. You gotta make stuff happen.
Because it's miraculously how the car went into the tunnel and stuff, whatever, just crashed out.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, paparazzi wasn't just there flashing like, afterward.
Right.
Staged. Yeah. All right. I see it.
Yeah.
Now you gotta work hard. No one said the climb to the top was easy.
No. And no one says that you gotta exit early. You can stay a side piece for a good while.
True. I just look at it stuff like the way I want to say, well, the way my dick is set up, I can go forever. But the way how my pride is set up and stuff, whatever, I gotta look at it stuff as that like, at the end of the day, you're still not mine. So if you're super rich and everything, like you're probably gonna pay for my condo.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna call me on demand, like, I need the dick to be ready when I get there. All right.
Now, is a side piece allowed to have a side piece?
As long as they don't find out about it, like, yo.
It's undercover side piece for the side piece?
Well, yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, because look, think about this. Say you at the spot.
Right.
That your billionaire woman bought and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
she didn't give you an impromptu call. She's like, hey, to see what you're doing. And you're like, oh, I'm just here. And you probably getting topped off by another woman. She probably giving you some nice dome, right?
True. This is true.
And then she's like, well, I'm on my way coming up the elevator and stuff now. Be ready for me. You don't have to tell this other chick giving you head, hey, you need to hide in this closet and sit there for a minute.
Yeah.
She gets all the attitude she want, but this is not paid for from her. All their glitz and glory and glamour.
We got to keep the lights on.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to keep the lights on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if she has an attitude, the fact that she got to sit in the closet and stuff, be like, hey, heifer, when she leave again, we sipping Ace of Spade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We getting caviar come into this place.
We thought about you those earrings.
She did. You like the red bottoms? She did that with my allowance money that she gives me or my hush money. Mm-hmm. But then she'll probably be like, look, he wants us to work on our marriage. Yeah. So we have to end this. To the dude or to the person waiting, you can't think this might be a forever dance unless the Camilla thing is brand new to me. Yeah. But you got to opt out.
You gotta opt out.
You gotta opt out.
You gotta have the exit plan.
I hope it ain't a blackmail thing though, because I feel like the super rich people can have you executed if you want to throw out some bullshit.
Tell you, man.
You just gotta come with a nice exit plan. Like,
tell you, man.
Look, I'll just take everything you gave me. I'll just be out the door,
and I'll be out. That's it. That's it.
Yo, facts.
I'm gonna shut up. I won't say anything.
Just give me everything what I have here. And everything, they'll understand.
Like I have just like a contact number just in case I might get that down on the luck might be. I mean, it may not, but just in case. Just want like that one phone call, you know what I mean? You always get that one phone call.
Hey.
Yeah.
How's it going?
What's going on? Yeah.
Be like, I'm all right. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Miss you. I miss us. I miss us.
And now that you ask, mind wiring me some money?
Yo! So glad you're married because you're about to get assassinated. I tell you, you can't fuck with these billionaires like that, man. Yeah. You can't, man. They help money. They help grease the pockets of like the governments of the world already. Mm-hmm. The 1%ers. Mm-hmm. Remember, they dance above the law already. So listen, man, you think you're definitely
if you're familiar with the James Bond movies, they got their own army.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. She might get Sven to snap your neck. I don't know why I said Sven.
Sven that used to hand you the towel at the poolside.
Yeah. You swim up at the pool? Sven is right there. Like, oh, good looking out, big homie. He just gave you a head nod like, piece of shit. Once I tell the husband, this is a wrap. Hey. And then she's like, no, Sven, you have to kill him. He wants to blackmail me.
Later, Sven pops up in a full black suit. Sven, that's not your usual uniform. Why are you in full black? Oh.
Yeah. He's did off your shit. He's did off your shit. Nah, man. So we talking about in this government world, this COVID government world. Yo, how do you think, let's talk about COVID real quick.
Yeah.
We already discussed COVID
right
in a minute on here. Are you comfortable with another extended lockdown piece added to it? Do you think it's going to keep added to it, or do you think it's a wrap and Canada or Ontario will get back to a bootleg normalcy dance again?
So right now in Ontario, we're in probably like the second or third extension.
I could call this the 33rd lockdown. I lost count.
So this one's supposed to go to June 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to have to just honor that June 2nd, whatever goes, just let it go at this point. I don't think either the federal or the provincial government can survive another extension. People are at their wits as it is right now.
You talking about businesses? Or people?
Businesses and just people in general, right? Like everywhere you go, you hear the talk about
I still think
another extension.
So the funny thing too is I feel that maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
But I want to say people aren't flinching to these lockdowns. What I mean by that is when the announcement was made,
right?
It's kind of like before it was like, oh no. Now it's be like, well, we knew this shit was coming. Just keep it moving.
Just keep it moving.
I haven't seen traffic and stuff even dwindle down not one bit.
Yeah.
Kids are home.
Right.
So meaning like there's less to and fro commutes and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
For that kind of traffic and stuff in the morning. But traffic still like is still going at all time pace.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I mean, the very first lockdown that we had, traffic was easy breezy like the cover girl.
Bro,
you can go through and forth. Like,
I left my house one day. I started work at 8. I left my house 7:41. When I was in the car, I was driving. I'm like, shit, it's about like a 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
And plus I gotta park and walk in and stuff, whatever, right? Did all that shit at ease, punched in and stuff at work at like 7:58. And I was laughing. I was like, in a normal world, normal day with all the traffic, could never.
Nah, not happening. And the other day I had to go out to Bowmanville and stop by Kerry. What up, Kerry? Picked him up first, and then we were going up the Don Valley. And you know Don Valley, right during that between 4 and 5 hours rush hour time, it's madness. And it was still madness. And I was looking at Karen, it's like, aren't people supposed to be home? Right? And so it absolutely, I think the more the lockdown has been extended and going on,
people start giving less fucks.
And especially when police say, yo, we're not honoring nothing that this government says about harassing people, stopping people, and asking them where they're going, where they're going to be. People just felt like, I'm going to hit the road. I would say there's more house and home visits because you really can't chill nowhere. Mm-hmm. So people are more socializing with each other in the house as opposed to going to maybe the mall, going to the club, going to this, that, and to get like people are still getting together, man. People are still getting together.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't think it would be that much of an issue to see like if that many, I want to say that many lockdowns would have that many types of effects on the same. Because it's kind of like, I guess it's crying wolf too many times.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, somebody need to shut the hell up type of thing. But
here's a question to you.
Holla.
Do you think the rise in the numbers is because people are not obeying the lockdown order? Or do you think or you just think like the lockdown order doesn't make any sense, period? It's like these numbers are going to rise regardless. And it is what it is. At this point, we got to look for another solution as opposed to just locking down.
So the first part of that, yes, I feel like the people are still socializing regardless. That's why the numbers are going up.
Right.
Do they need to look at new solutions that pertain to the lockdown? I think if they have like a straight, like, I don't know, this is just me, this is my thing. Curfew. If they have a curfew, like a legit curfew and stuff and say like, yo, get your ass off the road and stuff, whatever by this, and you will be stopped, I think the dance will be kind of more secure.
Okay.
Because I feel like people and stuff will have like a type of fled kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Like I went for a walk 9:30 one night. I went for a walk and stuff in my vicinity, and I think like I seen like 2 cruisers roll up by me.
Right.
They just kind of looked and stuff and everything like that. And I was like, it is kind of late. Because I think the time when I saw the first cruise was probably like a little bit after 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if they had all right to roll up on me and be like, yo, where are you coming from? Where are you going?
Right.
And everything. But there's not really a designated time.
No, there's no designated time.
So if there was like a designated time and stuff like that, I would have said to myself, I got to be my ass back in the house before 10 p.m., 9 p.m., something like that to kind of hone in movement and try to kill some of the movement and stuff, whatever. Now, if like I'm having a small gathering under the radar and everything like that, and people are like, oh, well, we got to be out before a set time and everything like that, then I want to say it may be harder to track, but then early time, like at 8, 9 p.m., motherfucker, you sleeping over. You gonna get this COVID.
Explain to me the asymptomatic and how that works. Because I think what a lot of people are looking at is we're having a social gathering today, right? 2 weeks from now, everybody's still fine. So they're like, okay, well, if we just sat down all together in 2 weeks and everybody's fine, why can't we continue? Why can't we continue to do this? And then they look at places like Florida. They look at places, I think, was it Texas that just freed up?
Yeah, Cali's next.
Cali's next. They're looking at Florida that never had the damn mess to begin with in the lockdowns. And they're saying, well, the numbers ain't that far from coast to coast, and these people have been open all this time. If I'm being locked up and I see people being free and the numbers are similar, why am I being locked up for?
I mean, okay, so I feel like a lot of times, a lot of people forget to understand the stuff that like what might affect you may not affect another person. Right? So the thing and stuff is that you could be in a type of place and stuff, whatever. Your immune system is pumping hard as hell and all the above.
Right.
It might be, you might get a tickle in your throat. You might get a little runny nose. You might get a little thing and stuff, whatever. That doesn't say that you don't have the virus and stuff, whatever.
Right. So that's an would be considered asymptomatic.
But it's not slapping you like it would slap somebody else and stuff, whatever, who has like a compromised immune system or a weaker type of system and stuff, whatever. That's one. Two, the other thing and stuff is that a lot of times the 14-day thing is not really the factor. Like from one of the doctors and stuff at my hospital and stuff, what he said and stuff to take into consideration is that try not to look at 14, try to look at 28 days.
Okay.
Where have you been in the last 28 days? Who have you been around in the last 28 days?
Right.
That's the thing. So some people think 14 days ago, it was just this person and that's it. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
What if you were interacting with like the delivery person with the food and everything? You had no mask. They weren't wearing masks properly and stuff, whatever. They probably cleared their throat and stuff in the air. You took a deep breath and breathed that in. So many other factors.
Right.
So it's not like you can pinpoint exactly and say 14 days is here unless you only are from home, your groceries come delivered and all the above and you haven't been fucking with nobody.
Yes.
That's when you could be precise.
Right.
I don't think it's like that here. I don't think it's like that here.
Okay, so if it's not precise on one end, how do you give a precise prescription on the other end and say, okay, lockdowns work? Because then there's no real way of telling lockdowns work.
We can't tell. We can't tell. We haven't really had, I want to say we had that lockdown thing in the beginning.
Yes.
Whatever, right? Because people were scared to go out and the brave hearts and stuff that were doing it for like their household, their families and stuff were the ones going out. But other than that, there were still some people kind of seeing some people, or they just said, you know what, I'll shackle up with you, or I'll stay here with you, or I'll just only interact with you. But we haven't really had like a genuine lockdown. My opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion. But now I see other people and stuff that are saying like, we did, it's just that it had here and stuff. And I was like, put back all my shades for that because I ain't seeing that.
What do you think is more important at this point? To continue the lockdown or get the economy moving?
Economy. Economy. Because, that payback is going to be something else.
Well, let's talk about it.
All y'all serve people.
Let's talk about it.
All y'all serve people, you PPP loan people in America. Like, I don't want to get taxed for y'all. That's all I got to say. I am
we're gonna get taxed.
Healthcare worker.
We're gonna get taxed.
Y'all better go by my fucking social. Canadian government, hear me loud.
Listen.
Go by my damn social.
Listen.
Know for a fact this boy ain't getting no kind of check like that.
The government doesn't.
Please don't hit me with them taxes.
The government doesn't make money. All they do is take it from the people. We know this, man. We know. If it doesn't happen within the next year or so, it'll be 5 years down the line, and they're gonna say the pandemic of 2019 to 2021 has left us in dire straits. Now we have to tie up our belts in the year 2025.
I think I think the first thing they might attack for some odd reason, back of my mind, is telling me pension. They're gonna tap into pensions.
Which has been taking a hit already.
They're gonna be tapping into pensions. And people are not gonna be too fond of that, whatever, but I'm like, they're gonna be don't tap into the pension. Tap into the fucking bicycle people. Don't Motherfuckers don't pay insurance.
This is true.
They don't pay insurance.
This is true.
They're on the roads. You'll see them with their arms out riding their bikes. I'm going left.
Right.
I'm going right.
Right. And sometimes they like to act like they're pedestrians when they're not.
They want to ride on sidewalks.
Yeah.
Y'all pick a struggle. Y'all either on the strip or y'all on the street. Like, let me know something with it. Y'all gotta pay some of this dues. Cause if as driver, I'm paying insurance, car insurance, and all this type of stuff, and things to make sure I'm okay to go on the road. How the fuck?
Well, and if you really stop and think about it, and just take downtown Toronto for an example, they're limiting the amount of travel that cars can do.
Yeah, King Street.
And instituting more pedestrian and bike lanes. So if you're going to reduce the amount of travel that cars can do and increase the travel of bicycles, they should be taxed.
Yo, I even, look here, I went for a little walk. I go for walks. Folks, when we talk about mental health and freeing your mind, we practice what we preach over here.
Yeah.
So I always try to free my mind and everything. Like I go for a little walk and, get my mind kind of right after work and everything. And I'm like, yo, I'm walking. Specifically, no, this thing says bike path to the left.
Yes.
Pedestrian walking to the right.
Right.
I was changing songs and I turned around and look, I'm like, I thought it was a person. I'm like, yo, this person on a bicycle on this side? Yo, it took forever to hold back my Hulk Hogan like clothesline arm and stuff, whatever. Because I'm like, y'all got, first of all, the bike people got this big ass path.
Yes.
Probably like almost part of half of the studio or something like that.
Yes.
For them to ride bikes to and fro. And you got the walking path probably like the size of the couch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have this fucking, yo. Yo. Usa.
Do electric bikes and mopeds that don't need licensing fall underneath the category of
who should be taxed?
Of bicycles, and then what these, because we're saying bicycles in general should be taxed.
Yeah.
Do they fall under that category?
They do.
Okay.
Because they consider e-bikes and stuff like
right.
that and all the above. The dope thing, what I did learn the other day was so believe it or not, let's say you're bike riding.
Okay.
You're going for a bike ride and stuff like that and everything. And let's say you don't follow bike rules in set area.
Right.
And the police catch you.
Right.
They can write you a ticket. And if they write you a ticket, it'll come up on your driving record. Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm. So it'll come up on your driving record and stuff in Ontario now. So it blew my mind is that one of my boys, his girl got hit with the ticket, right?
Right.
And
what was her ticket for? Was it just?
I'm
trying to figure out what they're giving out tickets for. Is it
no helmet?
No helmet. Okay. Yes,
so one was no helmet, and the other ticket and stuff, whatever was, I guess like the way how like the specific kind of directions you can go on specific things and stuff downtown because there were downtown people and stuff.
Yes.
And when the man was telling me, I was like, for real? I was like, damn. Now I was scratching my head. I was like, why did they come on your driving or her driving thing and stuff? He said how he found out because they both live together and they both own a car.
Right.
So he goes to renew his insurance and his insurance gets some spike. He's like, what happened? We live downtown. We work downtown. Right. We only drive out the city for like family purpose and other things like that. And we didn't get pulled over. Most of the time we're together when we're downtown and stuff or when we're in the car. He said he don't recall anything. So they called out his girl's name.
Right.
And they're like, yeah. And both of you guys are under the car insurance. So yeah, she got a ticket from like bicycling and everything like that. So it jacked up his rate by like some change for the upcoming renewal. So I'm like, I did not know that. The more you know, the better.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is something to pay attention to. But yeah.
I wonder if they have rewritten like specific like insurance clauses to include that. Because typically the language would be motor vehicle. Right? But that's not a motor vehicle. So how does that fall into the category? Do they because a lot of times they rewrite shit and you don't know.
That's true. They do rewrite a lot of shit. But I don't think that was the language they probably used. I think they probably just looked at it stuff as like, vehicle and safety, unsafety shit. I can get the details and stuff, whatever, for you, but you still get slapped with it. And apparently now another friend told me that they got a warning, and when the cop was giving them like a written warning,
Yeah.
the cop asked him for ID and everything, and then on the warning thing, it has like your driver license number on there, and that was onto the thing. So I'm like, so you're in the system now, not for a fucking ticket, a driving ticket, but a bicycle warning.
Bicycle warning.
I was like, yo, that's out of pocket. But I mean,
That's very interesting to know.
mm-hmm.
And worth doing a lot of more investigation towards that, because like I'm saying, they're reducing the number of travel that cars can do downtown and increasing the numbers of bicycles. And you're right, they're gonna have to make money some way, somehow, come future times.
Leave me alone, government. Leave me alone. My name is Marvin blank blank. Yo, I don't need nobody knowing my damn thing. But my social, you know, government, look at me. This is match the face on a driver's license. Please. I got the shades off. Please.
And you pensioners, you might want to try and get a part-time hobby that might also be paying you as well, because
any extra dough and invest in hoeing. Let's talk about Elon Musk. Is Elon Musk a dick or is he a god?
Or is he a god of dicks?
I don't know. I don't know if he's got a dicks. Like, there's too much dicks to worry about and stuff. Like, besides my own and my son, that's the only kind of dicks I'm really focused for.
Yeah.
The rest is too much. The reason why I say it is because I look at it like this. Last week, Saturday Night Live, he made a statement.
Right.
Saying that Dogecoin, Bitcoin are hustles. This past Tuesday, he made a statement saying that Tesla is no longer, you cannot, according to the website, you can.
Right.
I went to go check myself. You can, but I guess the changes are going to come in.
Changes are coming in.
That you cannot buy a Tesla with Bitcoins.
Now, I would say he's a dick if he had sold off his Bitcoins before he made the move. But he didn't sell his Bitcoins. So he kept his Bitcoins.
But he fucked the market.
He did fuck the market.
He fucked the market for cryptocurrencies and stuff, whatever.
But it's so funny when you say how one person's word could be so powerful, because I mean, this is partly the reasons why he was, he got so much shit from the SEC when he made the statement about taking Tesla private.
Right.
It's like, investors hear stuff like that, and immediately, they start thinking, well, it's I need to sell or I need to buy off a whim of somebody's word. And he's been between him and Bezos, I don't know who's been mentioned more in that stratosphere of power and wealth. Gates is more on the side of health. He's dropped to a third with the whole health thing, but just wealth and technology.
I never would have thought you would have said that, because I know you're hashtag Illuminati type of person. So I thought you would have said,
Oh no, all three of them. They the three-eyed monster.
Like Gates, is the creator of the vaccine. So magnet shit.
Okay. Gates is still there. That's why I said health.
Okay.
But in the stratosphere of just wealth, and as far as these guys control economies, right? If you really look at it, and on just somebody's saying,
you can fuck a market.
They sway the market, man. And it's funny. One of the terms that I learned over the weekend is pump and dump, where you manipulate the market. Let's say it's penny stocks. And you and a whole group of people, I think Kerry also mentioned it when he was on the show, or you and a whole group of people decide, okay, we're going to pump a whole bunch of money into this one particular stock, right? So then the stock itself rises. And then the outside world, not knowing why the stock is rising, not knowing that you and your boys is just pumping money into it, is thinking, yo, shit's really happening with the stock. I got to buy in before it rises even more. So now the outside world starts buying into the stock.
Right.
Now, when these pump and dump guys see what's happening, they say, okay, now it's time to sell the stock. And they sell the stock and they make more money than they began the whole scheme starting off with, right? And it's like, it's almost a similar situation. It's where like, you say something bad about Bitcoin or Dogecoin, Doggy Coin, the shit drops down, you're in a position to buy more.
But that's by choice, though, big homie. That's by choice, because
you're manipulating the market. Well,
they are manipulating the market.
No,
but my
really
thing is
choice. You're ensuring that let's say you have Tesla stock, right?
Right.
Or you got a good amount of stock in Tesla, enough to say, if you pull all out, the stock will drop. Right? So you know things is going to be popping for Tesla in the next 3 or 4 months, where it's just going to send the stock through the roof. But you don't want to buy it at the price that it's at now. You figure you can do some stuff to make it get lower, right? It's not going to be a buy choice thing. You're going to say something to make it drop. So you buy in when it's low, knowing that it's going to rise back up.
What do you mean? Me, if I was in a position of power like that, or but I'm saying that's where I feel like it's dictated. But then the people and stuff for the pump and dump, or who don't have the education, you don't jump just because these things and stuff. You don't understand those dynamics. So if you don't understand the dynamics, why would you just jump into it? Because it's kind of like you don't know what's going on over there, but you just see the whole crowd going over there, so you just assume you're gonna go with the crowd.
Yes,
that's fucked. Nah, hell no. The whole crowd might be going over there to go get shot.
You don't know. Stocks is risk, right? Stocks is risk. So
educate yourself.
Risk is gain. And a lot of times, even educated people will say, hey, I got money that I can throw over there. Remember, it's not just people who don't have the money putting over it. People understand risks. So they'll say, hey, FOMO's a bitch. You don't want to see.
I don't got FOMO, but I know what you're talking about.
You know, some people don't want to see it going up and they're saying, hey, I might miss out on something. I'll have this little bit. Let me just throw in it. Whether I lose it or not, I don't really care. But they're looking at the pump and dump dudes is looking at it as, yeah, we know that you don't care, but we're looking at it. We're hoping that you throw in it so then when we dump, we look good. We're sitting pretty.
Absolutely.
So yeah, choice is a bitch, but people are making choices because they can.
I don't got FOMO. That's why that shit don't affect me. Because my thing is, if I don't know about it and I can't get educated on it, I'm not fucking with it. That's just me in general. So I'm like, it's just like, with the whole Robin Hood thing and they're doing their thing early in the year at GameStop. I was like, I'm not too familiar with this, so I'm just going to fall back. I seen it on Reddit. I seen it on tons of places and stuff, whatever. I got a little education on it, but I'm like, it's still beyond me.
Okay, with that, the people who seen it and weren't even a part of the group, if they got in early enough, they made money. Even without knowing what's going on. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the risk you take, right? Like, even if you don't know what's going on.
Of course, that's just risk.
You throw in a bit, and it's like, oh shit. My money's making money because it's like a pyramid scheme, right? The dude sits at the top, he's making all the money. Everybody underneath him is just making a little bit less, but they're banking on the people coming up underneath them to make that money. So at that pump and dump, if you're in there like on the beginning, you're nice. You're there on the late end, you're not so nice.
FOMO's a motherfucker.
It is.
Let's talk about Facebook. Facebook is building an Instagram for kids under the age of 13. Is this a good idea or a bad idea? Talk to me.
It would be interesting to know how the whole YouTube is working, because YouTube has got something like that already in place.
Well, YouTube for kids?
They have the YouTube for kids.
But the YouTube for kids and stuff, what I've seen and stuff is that it kind of comes from the parental side.
Right.
And it's kind of like a secondary account.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you have Instagram, you have Netflix.
Right.
And like you have two accounts. You might have an account for you, your wife, and then they give you a freebie account for the kids.
For the kids, okay.
So the thing and stuff is that the kids and stuff can't go over a specific kind of like rating or level kind of thing. So
Right.
say YouTube side, explicit stuff, not making the cut.
Right.
It won't make the cut. So that's what I'm thinking and stuff, whatever, like pertaining to what you were just asking. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm wondering if they're looking at that model and saying, okay, this is something that's working for YouTube. Let's do it on our end. My whole thing is, what's the end motive? Like, are you really looking at it as a means to curb what children are seeing, or are you looking at it as a means to pump more advertising to what kids are seeing?
Might be a partial. So that might be gift and the curse. Because the gift what they were looking at stuff is like the bullying thing.
Right.
They were monitor bullying and stuff a whole lot more, because it's kind of like on regular Instagram, you might say, oh, you're full of shit. But they don't know you and this person are good friends.
Right.
So now when you put that and stuff, whatever, you're like, oh, you've been warned or you've been flagged and blah, blah, blah. Be like, no, this is my best friend. We go back like spinal cords since like 88.
Yeah.
But they don't know that.
They don't know that.
They don't know that and stuff, whatever. Now, I want to say language like that can't even be used in this Instagram for kids.
Which is weird, because ain't nobody throwing more insults than kids.
Right.
And they do it in gist.
Right. So when they say, if we're both 12-year-olds and stuff, we're making comments to each other,
Yeah.
we're both getting flagged. Our accounts and stuff are both going to be getting flagged and monitored. And
Right.
then after that, we might be on a shadow ban. Then it might move to a ban.
Now, how do you control something like that? Like, how do you institute something like that and make it stick? Because right now,
Instagram is like that, though. Some people can't even post on Instagram and stuff like that for a minute.
yeah, but I'm saying, as far as like, you're gonna guarantee that kids of a certain age are just not gonna just go to regular Facebook, lie about their age and go to regular Facebook.
Yeah, but that's on the parental aspect. That's on the parental side.
Yeah.
Because they have nothing to do with that until you get to the digital gate.
Right.
So anything before that, whatever, you're telling your kid, I'm going to need you to stay away from adult Instagram.
Right.
And you're saying like, this is what I'm telling you. And if your kid don't listen to you, that's a you problem.
But Marv, how many parents are like me and you who are gonna say that?
I can't vouch for them.
But this is what I'm saying. You're gonna leave. If Facebook, Instagram, YouTube is going to leave it into the hands of parents.
No,
gonna be-
Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram.
Instagram.
YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm saying YouTube
Yeah.
as a social media thing. I'm saying social media altogether. If they're gonna look to leave it in the hands of parents, knowing that these kids probably know more ways to circumvent the system
Absolutely.
than their parents do.
Absolutely.
Right? These kids know how to work this system. Like the whole Twitter hack. That was a student, like a 17-year-old who did that big hack and was sending people these messages from celebrity accounts. Like, this is what these kids do. So they should know that parents are probably going to be the last line of defense when this shit comes.
But parents have to get the flack when the shit comes to them. It's the same thing with the 17-year-old and stuff, whatever. His parents got into some shit. And it's the same thing with the other kid and stuff. I think he's like 16 from Montreal, who hacked some other shit.
Yeah.
His parents got some shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think they banned him for like buying a computer or whatever the fuck, in any case, from that address in a hot minute. But his parents is the ones getting flack. So we're talking about like, this shit trickles back. So it's kind of like, you didn't do your job.
Right.
So now we're going to penalize you and your child, but we're going to give you the more static and stuff because you should have put this measure and stuff in place.
Yeah.
So it still falls back to the parent. So as I'm saying, I don't know how they run their household and stuff like that. That's all a conversation and stuff with that parent and child have to have.
See, and I think that in itself is what these companies hide behind. Because they know it's gonna happen, right? But they say, we'll remove ourselves, we'll absolve ourselves from any responsibility and leave it on the parent.
Correct.
So I don't know. I really couldn't tell you like if it's a good thing or if it's not a good thing. My only thing is who's going to be sitting on the boards of these companies, who's going to monitor these things, and who's going to set the tone? Like, are you looking at people who are only concerned with monetizing a platform to be now the custodians and the guardians of what these kids hear and see? Or is it going to be like I was mentioning when we were talking about it before, is it going to be like a group of people where it's going to be like some like educators, youth advocates, people who are looking out for the best interest, who are now going to create the content, curate the content, monitor the content, what's happening on these. Because in a situation like that, maybe the advertisement companies might not be so fond of that. Maybe the advertisement companies want a little bit more leeway. Maybe the advertisement companies want one or two of their people sitting on the board. Because at the end of the day, Facebook is about making money for the companies.
Absolutely. But then that thing and stuff is, you still have the adult side. You still have the adult side and stuff to pump all most of your ads and all that type of other shit and stuff. Let's say you pump 20% ads on the children's side.
Right.
And 80% on the adult side and everything like that. I'm pretty sure when it comes down to it, their main concern and stuff is about making money as advertisers.
Right.
But then the company itself has to know for a fact, like, we have to set some kind of rules and regulations and stuff in here, and we can't allow all the feeding frenzy and stuff to come through. So we'll trickle into who we like. So if we want to advertise and stuff that are on there, like some kid-friendly stuff and everything,
right,
we probably got to pay top dollar. And it still works well for the company to say, all right, you got to pay to get into this VIP club.
Right.
And then if you get into the VIP club, be like, oh, you kind of breach. So we're going to take your money and you're going to have the vamonos. So it's still a win-win for the company and stuff regardless.
These companies I'd have to see that. And that's why I'm wondering, because again, I don't have YouTube for kids. I don't know how that system works, right? The most I can do is just lock my internet down from my hub and monitor from my hub and then let that be that. But I can't tell you what my 13-year-old knows from what I don't know is how far to circumvent the system.
Correct.
I can't tell you what my 19-year-old, well, she's an adult, so rules don't really apply to her as far as that's concerned.
Correct.
But there's a lot of parents who are faced with this problem, with this issue. And they're saying to themselves, hey, this is a great idea. With all great ideas, there's leeways. Listen, man, there was shit in place when I was a kid that my parents didn't know. It's just the nature of being kids.
Right.
we beat.
You want to beat the yeah, you beat the system.
It's a joy to beat the system.
Of course.
Yeah, it's excitement. It's a thrill.
We should cut school.
What?
If you got caught, you had truancy police officers write your parents the tickets.
Yeah.
If you didn't get caught, you Gucci.
Yeah.
You forge your parents' signatures and stuff for a few things.
How many signatures did you forge?
I only forged detention shit.
You forged detention shit?
Detention shit and like useless field trip shit. Like if I'm gonna be back.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be back by the end of the day, then yeah. If I'm gonna be like it's a 2-day trip or something like that, no, they need to read this.
You ever used to call in for your absences? You used to call in yourself?
No, it was Gucci. The most I would do is cut school.
Just cut school.
So I'll go in. Homeroom was fun. I'm going back home to my own room. And I just dip. Because especially like at my high school and stuff, whatever, where it was a situation where, one, my auntie didn't live too far from there.
Right.
And then two, home was like a quick bus ride away. Truancy police officers and stuff, whatever, or the ones that write the tickets for you cutting school and everything if you don't have proof.
Yeah.
Those fuckers would be out like 12, 1-ish. So if you leave before that,
you're good.
You're gravy.
you beat the system.
You're gravy, man. Like I said, it was a joy to beat the system and be like, fuck that class. We got a sub at the end of the day and the other person and stuff. We just gonna read in there. I'm out.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you're right. Kids get throws and stuff for this, whatever, but I feel like some of the parents have to take back responsibility and stuff for their kids. And that's what I feel like a lot of them are not doing. Same thing with the sex ed education thing, whatever.
Right.
Like, if you're not going to talk to your kids about sex ed, why would you feel the type of way that someone else wants to talk to your kid about sex ed?
Right.
You have to play your position.
Right.
And a lot of parents, if they're not playing their position, they're just like, I'm leaving my kid with you for like hours a day.
Yeah.
Do what you must.
Yeah.
Do what you got to and stuff, whatever. Okay. Now your kid's not in school no more. Now your kid's going to go home to like Instagram. Are you saying I'm leaving my kid to you and your platform? Like, okay, cool. We'll do as much as you can. If you point them here,
Right.
if you get them a laptop and stuff, you get them a tablet and say, here, you have Instagram for kids and you have regular Instagram. They're like, I can't watch no busted challenge and stuff on no
Instagram for kids.
Regular, here I come. So it's to the parental dance. Like I said, like if the parent said, like, all right, this is your tablet. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this bitch like attached to my account. You can't download anything without it. That's how my son's account is.
Right.
On his iPod, he can't download nothing without us being seen. So we gotta see. So even if he goes to the Apple store to download an app, it's killed. We have to approve it.
In a situation where, let's use China for instance.
I like Chinese food. Why mess with my Chinese folks for?
Where they're basing everything on social scores. So a lot of it's facial recognition. They know who they basically know who you are from wherever you're signing in from, whatever device you used to sign in from. They know it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think when a system like that hits North America, because at some day it will, we think it'll be easier to monitor at that point?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's no time soon. We're too free on this side of the world. We're way too fucking free. We don't even have lockdown. We don't have lockdown.
Oh, yeah,
we don't have lockdown. We're
free
too
now.
free.
As long as we're gun toting, we're free.
Exactly. We're too free. And somebody always will say something that they don't like and it doesn't rub them the right way and all the above pertains to something. So they'd be like, all right, we're going to monitor TikTok or we're going to kill TikTok. That's when Trump was still in office and everything. And we're like, no, I love TikTok. Where am I going to go without TikTok, man?
Right.
I need my TikTok. I need to do my swinging arm dances and my jump slaps and my fake cooking coffee shits and all that. They need that shit. And you don't like you're fucking with their happiness.
Do you feel it should be tighter?
What? Security?
Yeah.
Of course. But
do you feel internet on a whole? What's your feeling about Bill C-10? That's for North American, for the US and European folks who follow the show. Bill C-10 is a Canadian thing, and it's about pretty much monitoring what people are doing on the internet.
I think everybody has to be responsible for their actions.
Right.
I'm a fan of that.
Right.
But I'm not a fan of the Bill C-10, whatever is the situation pertaining to infringement on rights. Now, if you're being penalized for the shit you post and say and do, and all that type of stuff, that's one thing. But what I eat don't make you shit.
Right.
So if I say something and stuff, whatever, my thing is, if I'm saying like, at Not Your Average Joseph, hot dogs are sandwiches.
Right.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my God, no, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys can come after me now because I'm basically aiming my gun at a particular person.
Right.
And I'm not pissing them off directly.
Right.
Now, if I say, fuck the world because I'm cursed, I'm calling Tupac.
Yeah.
But if you don't like the fact that I said this damn thing and stuff, and that pisses you off, and you're in your fields, and you want me to be censored, that's what I'm not a fan of. So as I said, like I feel like there are two different type of realms and stuff that come to it, but people have to be held accountable for what they say and what they post.
Yes.
But then people, some flicky shit. Me and a woman, we got into this conversation and stuff, whatever, a few weeks ago and stuff, and she said like, women are okay to change their minds. I'm like, people are okay to change their minds.
Right.
She's like, women in particular. So I said, yes, you can come to my house and say you're gonna fuck me.
Yeah.
And then you change your mind and say you're not gonna fuck me no more.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But the fact that you already done fucked me,
yeah,
And then you're trying to take back the fuck because I was a minute man.
Yeah.
Or you're ashamed that you wasted your goddamn time on me.
Yeah, your gas money.
And everything. Yeah, you wasted your gas money. Because pipelines are shut down and stuff and just got reopened again on Wednesday. You have to be struggling to get this gas. Now you want to say, I raped you.
Right.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
That's not changing your mind.
No.
That's not changing your mind. You're okay. I'm like, yo, you have to fully be aware and take accountability and responsibility of everything else.
Yeah.
Say I wasted your time. Say I was a two-stroke joke. Don't say I raped you.
Yeah.
You came through. We both agreed.
Mm-hmm.
You changed your mind on about like how much fun you were gonna have, and you realized you didn't have that much fun.
Right.
Don't come write me off as a rapist now. Write me off as a Minuteman.
Now you're getting a charge.
Yeah, I'm getting a charge. So I was like, no, people are okay to change their mind. But my thing and stuff is that you have to understand that everything you say is going to be held accountable.
Of course.
Because like if we're treating this like we want to treat this like a court of law now.
Right.
When those laws were set and in place, there was no internet booming like how it was and stuff. Now they're playing catch up.
Yeah.
Now they're playing catch up and stuff. They're like, okay, well, this shit is having some other effects here, there, to and fro. And it's fucking with the affluent and powerful people.
Right. Yeah.
So now it's doing that now. Now there's other people and stuff who are less fortunate, but they're kind of like, yeah, I fucking agree with that. And I fully see where they're coming from pertaining to we need to censor some of these people. They're like, yeah, that's right. That Marvelous guy, he talked too spicy sometimes.
Yeah.
And all the above. But I hold myself accountable for everything I say.
Well, that's that's what I was about to say. It's like, especially with us in regards to the podcast, like our tagline lets you know that we're gonna be inappropriate sometimes, right? On our IG, it says trigger warning. So with you seeing all of that, expect that there could be something that might piss you off. Now, if you still want to listen to us after that, then that's on you. But we let you know.
And you gotta hold yourself accountable for listening. You hit play.
There you go.
We appreciate you.
We ain't forcing you to hit play.
No, we're not rapists over here.
Yeah, we're not forcing you to do anything.
Rapper.
Let's get that straight.
I like to wrap gifts and sandwiches, but that's it.
Let's get that straight.
It's all on you, man. It's your choice. We're talking about food and everything. Salute to Jaden Smith, please. I appreciate you.
Yes, man.
I appreciate you.
Hand
clap, man. Hand clap. For his restaurant, open up his restaurant called I Love You, feeding homeless people where they can eat for free. Free. Why is this not a celebrity challenge?
Why is this not a person above a certain
pay grade
challenge? Why should we just leave it up to celebrities alone? Like,
well, because so the funny thing too is that there's this guy. He's a multimillionaire that lives in let's say Maryland somewhere.
Okay,
right? He has this thing where he does like a bootleg Santa Claus stuff,
right?
And he takes his money. His identity is still unknown. He takes his money and he buys off the police officers. So he buys off the police officers around Christmas time and stuff and tells the police officers like, yo, like, here, Officer Not Your Average Joseph, this is a $500 check for you.
Yeah.
Or it's $500 cash for you.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you envelopes with $100 bills a piece.
Right.
And I want you just to give it to good law-abiding citizens that you see on your daily commute.
Right.
On your daily run just for this day.
Yeah.
So you see me, be like, hey, how's it going? Good, how are you? Merry Christmas. That man's taking his own money and doing that.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We don't know who and to and fro.
He like the Secret Santa.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it's been going on for the past, I think, like 5-6 years now.
Wow.
Whatever, right? Because I got hip to it and stuff sometime like in 2017, 2018.
Good on you, man.
Good on him. Now, my thing and stuff is that the celebrities, because they're known and we see them more, I just call them out.
Right. Yeah.
You're right. If you have the income,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. No, I understand why you say celebrity, but I'm saying like the generosity shouldn't just be in the hands of celebrities.
No. The generosity should be within the people. But then the people don't have, some people don't have the resources.
But it's not even about that, because you're not balling. I see you in the soup kitchens.
Yeah.
I see you in places, you know what I mean, helping the homeless.
Because I do what I can do within my means.
Right.
And that's my thing. My thing is something like Ben is gonna kill me. Salute to Ben. He always kept, he's like, can't tell people how to spend their money. You're right.
No.
I'm not telling people how to spend their money, whatever. But my thing and stuff is that, and at the end of the day, most of the times, contrary to what we believe, you have the creators and you have the consumers.
Yes.
Us as creatives, we need people to consume this podcast.
Of course, yeah.
We need the consumers. And if we stop giving a fuck about the consumers and just more concerned about them just consuming the podcast and everything and stuff, whatever, morally, I wouldn't want to do it no more.
No.
Morally, I wouldn't want to do it. My thing and stuff is that I want you to feel good. You might be triggered by some things I might say.
Right.
Trigger warning.
Right.
But it at least has your brain to think.
Yes.
At least it makes you spark a conversation. I can't believe what this big four-headed asshole said on this podcast. Let me tell you, this motherfucker said he like to have sex with his socks on. You believe that shit? Yeah. I got the Mario Brothers socks on today. I'm like, you gonna get this. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. You gonna get all that good stuff in you. Now, if that pisses you off as a person, sorry for you.
Yeah.
But if that one part of the show, compared to like the 95% of other good jewels, that stuff that's dropped in each episode, and you choose to disregard those and those things piss you off, he or she, or unidentified, sucks.
Sucks to be you.
It sucks to be you. But other than that, like, yo, we have to make sure, I want to say we don't have to, but we want to, we do it
Right.
to make sure that people get content and stuff that's digestible and fun and informative
Yeah.
for them. Because we're not out here telling people stuff to go kill themselves.
No.
This is not that kind of podcast.
No.
We're telling people things and stuff for them. So we care about our consumers.
Yeah.
Some people don't give a fuck about the consumers. If you're a musician, you make all the money you can, but would you feel comfortable knowing for a fact that like, yo, somebody done robbed 2 people just to buy your CD? It's the same thing with the Jordan dance and stuff for them. Like, you as Michael Jordan, yes, you're selling a limited edition type of shoe,
Right.
but if people are doing the most for this thing and stuff, whatever, is it still really worth it?
Yeah.
So if you can bat an eye and stuff and be like, means nothing to me, whatever, then that's all on you. Respectfully.
So why is it that or what do you think it is that more celebrities are not doing what Jaden is out here doing?
They might do things that we can't see that often,
Right.
unless they're
And some
put
of them
on
are.
the scrutinize.
Yeah.
If they're scrutinized and being speculated on,
Right.
then you might see a whole bunch of foundations and other things and stuff that are under their wing and their belt, and that's kudos to them.
Yeah.
And other ones and stuff, whatever, they might not be in a position and stuff like that. Like, okay, just because you're seeing that often doesn't mean you might have that income, but I feel like when you get, you should be able to give.
Yeah.
So if you're getting this kind of love, like, what's the chick name? Selena Gomez.
Yes.
She popped up at like some pre-COVID, of course, popped up at like high school proms.
Mm.
She popped up at high school proms and everything and stuff like that. And the kids went nuts. These kids buy her shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, oh my gosh, Selena Gomez came to our school. It was like a free concert. She's giving back.
Yeah.
She's getting all that love and she gives back.
Yeah.
It's understandable and stuff because it's like she cares a little bit more about her consumers.
Right. Yeah.
Some people just don't give a fuck about their consumers. So I'll be like, it kind of shows. So like I said, Jaden is a musician, animator too. He had like an anime type of thing.
Oh, okay. I
The
didn't know that.
Sire thing. I think it was on Netflix somewhere.
Oh, dope.
Way back in the day. Or not even way back in the day. I'm talking like this. But within the past 5 years.
Right.
It's up there and stuff like that. So I mean, he is a creator and he probably feels passionate about this one particular thing. I might feel passionate about a particular thing. You might feel passionate about a particular thing.
Yeah.
And you feed the need and stuff for it. I'm pretty sure if you had millions to spare, you probably might open up a thing for like young producer kids and stuff in the hood.
Yeah.
Try to, produce free piano lessons and everything like that because music is your passion.
Right.
And you're looking to help the ones who can't ease doing things within that realm.
Yeah.
Utilize your resources. Celebrities, whosoever, affluential people, we know y'all listening. We know y'all like our content.
You like it. You like it.
You like it.
You like it.
You like the punishment he puts you through and the saint and myself just blesses you with at the end of every show. But yeah.
Let me ask you about this. What about the stuff that comes with controversy? For instance, Dr. Umar.
Mhm.
He's been trying to open up 2 schools,
Mhm.
right? A public school and then a high school. And now
Mhm.
these high schools are geared towards Black children in I guess within a certain community and trying to educate them,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
On a whole, it's a good and positive thing,
Correct.
right? The messenger, however, is controversial.
Mhm.
Do you think celebrities have a problem donating to what he's trying to do because they don't want to be associated with him? Or do you think that they just don't give a shit about putting the money towards something like that?
It might be both. It might be both. Because he might be a problem and stuff and everything, and they might not really give a shit. Like with the aspect he might be a problem and stuff is that some of the things and the words or the things he might say or the language he might use, it may conflict with what they're feeling.
Right.
So yes, the cause and stuff is just and everything like that, but the messenger might ruin everything and stuff too. Right? I tell people don't be blinded by your bias.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure and stuff, whatever, like you don't have a set bias pertaining to certain type of things. Certain type of things we might say on this show.
Right.
Some people might adhere to it. And some people might just be like, that's Marv run off his shit.
Yeah.
That's Smooth just talking this shit. And then when they hear it again, whatever, they're like, they know goddamn for a fact that they heard it here prior to wherever they had the, oh my God, I heard this from somewhere before.
Yeah.
That moment.
Yeah.
A mind's like a parachute. It works better when it's open.
Yeah.
But then if you're blinded by your bias, that's going to stop a lot of things. Now, pertaining to like, them not giving a shit, like I said, they might have underlying things that they need to do in their own realm.
Right.
That is like maybe 10 on their priority list. So they might have other things that are pending and all the above. I always said, pertaining to Dr. Umar and those 2 schools, one at a time. You're biting off more than you can chew.
Right.
Do one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time. Because once one gets going and stuff, then that's it. That's like you're trying to run like 3-4 podcasts at one notion and stuff, and not one is really popping off.
Right.
Channel one, focus on one, then move on. We spoke about this like pertaining to the music thing and stuff, whatever too.
Yeah.
Pump your single.
Yeah.
Once you pump your single out and stuff like that for a bit, you get some buzz, you get some change, whatever. Okay, on to the next.
Move on to the next.
You're trying to do 4 at once? What if all 4 don't stick? What if the 2 schools don't stick?
Right.
What if more people are for the higher school, like the high school?
Yeah.
Higher school. I can't talk now. The high school aspect.
Yeah.
More than the grade school
Than the grade school.
aspect.
Right.
Right? And then much less we've come into a world, whatever, it's like either you're super for something or you're super against something.
Yeah.
So what sucks and stuff is that if I'm a non-black person, I'm like, yo, it's dope. Frederick Douglass School, like, yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind donating to that cause. And then he Umar,
Yeah.
White Devils.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna keep my white devil money to my goddamn self then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
But I
the
mean,
catch-22.
But I mean, it even goes back to Trump. Some of the policies and some of the stuff that Trump was doing were actually good for the economy and good for the American people.
Don't say that too loud.
But because of the messenger, it just would not
Shot
be
down.
accepted.
Shot down. They'll shoot it down real quick.
Yeah.
I have a friend, anti-Trump to the fullest. I think if you like trumpets, please, motherfucker screwing up his face. Like, what'd you say? Trump? What? Trump? No, he's like, no, trumpets. And I said something about NDA, right? About how people should keep their silence and stuff. If you got paid for your silence and NDAs and all that type of stuff, right?
Right.
It's like, man, hell yeah, people fucking talk so much. If I'm paying you to silence and stuff like that, what the fuck? I'm like, right? Just like what Donald Trump did to Stormy Daniels, whatever, right? Fuck you, Marv. I was like, damn. I'm agreeing with you. Donald Trump agreeing with you. Because I said Trump now you're all against Donald. Like, but you were just one and the same.
Right.
It's the messenger.
It's the messenger.
It's the messenger. And that's the thing. I think in a beautiful position of power, side note, I have a friend. he bought a house and stuff, whatever. Like he was, I think, kind of gifted a house from like an in-law.
Okay.
And like, he's like, he's getting ready to sell this house and everything. So he's black. His girl's Asian, right? It's in that Markham area.
Right.
He's trying to sell this house. They just know, like, most of the Asians around that area stuff, they're like, black nigga, live in the vicinity, whatever, right? He's like, yo, remember when he was rolling up on the street one time? He's like, all them looked and stuff with her. He's like, whatever language they spoke, he's like, yo, they was just staring hard. They're like, he lived there? Are we sure he lived there? And then when they seen his wife and seen the kid kind of mixed, they're like, okay. And
He know the gardener now. He know the gardener
He
now.
not the gardener now. So now, when it came the time for them to sell the house, my man, he's like, he went back with an Asian realtor, all this type of stuff, everything. He's like, and the Asian realtor's like, yo, I got to make this house look, if I'm going to sell this bitch, I got to make this house look super Asian descent, like whatever, right? Work with me, because his wife and stuff, she's born here in Toronto,
Okay.
right? She's basically Canadian.
So she removed from the culture.
Yeah, she's there, like, you know, the parents were born, the parents are Filipino.
Okay.
The parents are Filipino and stuff. She's Filipino background and stuff, but
Right.
she's Canadian and stuff like that,
Right.
right? She ain't even about that life. Like, if she wants Filipino food, she go to her parents' house. She don't even cook that
She
shit
don't-
at her house.
Right.
So now, when you're laughing at the whole shebang and stuff, I'm there just dying. I was like, how do you got to make this place look? And the man sent me the photos and stuff for it. He's like, boom, bomb. He's like, this is Little Manila in here, whatever, right? And I looked at it, I was like, he got a nice change for the house when they sold. He just asked the realtor and stuff, but he's like, yo, if we didn't go with you, I'm curious. Do you think we would have made this much? The realtor was like, can I be honest? No. They're just blinded by the fact and stuff. They don't know that you're a nice, upstanding citizen as a black person.
Right.
They just see black.
Yeah.
They don't know, but they just see black. They just affiliate black with danger. This is an Asian guy telling him this.
No, but he's not speaking anything that's
Yeah,
foul.
nothing's foul.
telling
He's
the
like, he's
truth.
just telling him as is. He's like, yo, they're just blinded by their bias on what black people are.
Right.
So if they hear a black person is selling a home in Markham, they're not buying it.
Yeah.
It's a drug house.
Yeah.
Asian woman selling her home. Sure, why not? Yeah, she had kids. Yeah, fuck
But
yeah.
I mean, the funny thing about it is, even if it was an Asian couple, they probably wouldn't have as much success getting a realtor that's not Asian selling that home, because that's a big part of it as well.
But a good leader and a good champion and stuff, whatever, has to know to kind of fall back at times. Dr. Umar's situation, all right. People don't like him for him. I get that. Maybe you shouldn't be the forefront leader for this thing. Your
I was thinking
cause
the
is
same
still
thing.
just.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fall back.
I was thinking the same thing.
Fall back. Hell, let somebody else the thing. Rerunning the back thing. Or you can still have somebody be a new spokesperson. And you're still doing everything.
Yeah.
You're still doing everything and stuff, but there's a new spokesperson and stuff for this campaign.
Yeah.
To get the job done. That's what my thing is and stuff. Like, we have to start being wiser and not like more selfish. Yes, we want the glory, we want the fame, the guts and glory. Some people do.
Right. Some people.
Some people do.
Yeah.
They want the guts and the glory and stuff, whatever. Like, I did this. I built this and stuff like that. That's fine. You can still celebrate and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
When everything's all said and done, because it's the goal.
It's the goal. Well, kudos for Jaden being likable first and foremost, and then
They don't
kudos
like him
to
in
him.
Toronto hotels.
Kudos to him.
Remember, he's banned from a hotel in Toronto.
He's banned from.
They
Toronto?
banned him from, I think, one of the bougie ones off like Bloor.
He was doing some wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not that.
I mean,
likable.
now that you got this whole homeless restaurants, if he drops a homeless restaurant in Toronto,
they'll suck his dick.
yeah,
They'll suck his dick.
yeah, because now it'll be a crime to ban him from your hotel. Yeah. There you go, Jaden.
Real quick, let's talk about this Palestine situation real quick.
Yes.
I want to talk about this Palestine situation and stuff, whatever. There's bigger issues in the world, not bigger issues, meaning like Palestine and Israel don't mean anything to me, but I look at it stuff as that a lot of people don't go back as further as they can pertain to the history of things.
Right.
And I look at it like this, from like 1947 time to the Palestinian folks and stuff that are listening. You can crucify me and stuff, whatever. It's just my thoughts. These really don't reflect the podcast or Smooth.
Yeah.
You have to be progressive enough to do these votes and answer to these peoples. What I mean by that, the UN gave them the notion.
Right.
Presented the thing in 1947.
Right.
Pertaining to Palestine and Israel. The Arab Palestinian people did not want no part with the UN.
Right.
Israel did.
Right.
So Israel got the resources and the help from the UN. Slowly but surely. I think everything was locked in November 29, 1949.
Okay.
That's when the Israelis got the official go-ahead with the UN.
Right.
Saying like, yes, we will help you and everything like that. And since then, the takeover for Israel to Palestine has been drastic. Is it right what they're doing to the Palestinian people? Absolutely not.
No.
I don't condone it in no space, shape, or form. If I'm home, minding my business, eating my dinner with my family, and you're telling me we're going to tear down your fucking building and stuff, whatever, and now we're homeless, and you're going to say this is part of your holy land and stuff, whatever, that's fucked.
Yeah.
But preventative measures and certain things and stuff are always be aware. It's the same thing with voting here, people. It's the same thing with voting here. You can't just look at stuff like, this shit ain't going to affect me. No, this shit will affect you.
Right.
And if it may not affect you right away, guess what? You might have a generation after you. Not saying all the people from 1949 are gone and stuff, whatever. God be with them and stuff, whatever. But they might be here. They're looking like, oh my gosh, who would have thought that if we would have sided with the UN, we would never be in this predicament.
Right. Is there any reason, do you know the reason why they didn't decide to side with the UN?
They say they're doing, it's all from speculation and stuff, but they were saying the stuff that the reason why is because they know that they can hold down their land and they don't need any help from outsiders from their land. And I kind of agree with the thing. Let them fight.
Yeah.
Let them fight.
Yeah.
But the Israeli people,
I can see that.
But then the Israeli folks, they were like, we need help. Okay?
Yeah.
Us as Jewish people, we've been ill-treated, ill-casted across the world, especially with Holocaust and all that type of extra stuff. We need help to reclaim some things. And they put aside their pride.
Right.
And they got this help. And this help kind of trickled to them to now they're in a way of their, I want to say, quote unquote, abusing their power. Now, what is the Hamas? The militant group and stuff on the Palestinian side. The warring factions and stuff. I'm not a fan of, I want to say, terrorist groups or things that kind of conflict with the people to kind of cause harm in their way.
Yeah.
But I kind of get it. I kind of get it on this aspect and stuff. But it's just that the 2 days, they kind of clash. First day, in 2021. First day of Ramadan is the same first day or Memorial Day of the Israeli troops losing people to the wars that they had.
Right.
Previous civil wars that they had. So now you're having one side being grateful and celebrating their holy time. Right. And then you might have the other side thinking you're mocking them. And like when I'm seeing all this footage, this information and shit, like it's wild. Like I seen like a cop, he's ready to take a flash grenade or a stun grenade to throw it. And when the camera crew hit him, he's like, yo, he took that shit quick.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's unfortunate, man.
It's very unfortunate. It's unfortunate,
man, what's happening over there. And a lot of innocent people who just want to go about their daily lives is being affected.
Rockets are being probably shot up in the air as we speak.
Yeah, they just took out the building that housed Al Jazeera. Mm-hmm. So they're saying that now you can't really get any reports coming from the Al Jazeera side out of Palestine. But do you think the world sitting outside watching, is it time for the world to go in?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Pertaining to the Olympic thing we spoke about last week, my goldfish memory's coming back, by the way.
Yeah, man. You got 2 goldfish up there.
Mm-hmm. When we spoke about like, use your platform to what you can.
Yeah.
The people's using their platforms. Hell, even this whole week past and stuff, whatever. I seen people driving around with Palestinian flags and things like that on their cars
Right.
and stuff, and free Palestine. And I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. My thing and stuff is that if we uproot these peoples and say we uproot these peoples and we give the Israelis all that land,
Right.
what do we do with the Palestinian people? Do we put them, like, do we have a particular country we want to put them in? Do we separate these peoples by families? Like, do we just put them in other parts in the world? Because after then, once we do that, whatever, well, we know, my opinion, the Israeli people and the government and stuff's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
It's kind of selfish, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But what do we do with dealing with them in the future? The Israeli folks?
Yeah.
And then what do we do with the Palestinian people that we go in there and uproot and take out?
But anywhere you uproot the Palestinian people and put them somewhere else, you're just causing a new conflict with that wherever you put the Palestinian people and the people who are already there.
What do you mean?
Well, if you're looking at it from the standpoint of Israel being given territory in Palestine, this is where the conflict starts.
Right.
Right? So then, so if you're going to say, okay, well, we're going to totally remove all the Palestinians from their homeland to give to Israel and put the Palestinians into somebody else's homeland, you got to displace some people to do that.
You do.
Are the people who are being displaced going to be happy about it?
But that it's oh no, we're giving them choice. I'm not saying we're going in there manually, some SWAT team, we're moving, extract and keep it moving. My thing and stuff is that, like, yo, do you come with me if you want to live?
Right.
It's like one of those things like, nah, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Cool.
Yeah.
By all means. You still had the choice.
Yeah.
You still had the choice now, whatever. Now, when they come at you with all this stuff, whatever, you can William Wallace that bitch out for freedom. By all means, just know for a fact you've made this choice. We've tried, like I said, like I'm not saying we've tried, but the people will try to try and do as much as they can, whatever. But this isn't, if it's in territory where let's say I'm America. Me as America, I'm about to fly in and stuff and go do some things and stuff like that.
Right.
And I say I'm going to remove the Palestinian people. I'm breaking my treaty and stuff with Israel.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take these people and stuff out and say I'm going to just scatter them in different parts of America that we need to be repopulated.
Right.
Or something like that. Or get some more money booming in the economy and everything. Post-COVID world. I'm sorry, but like it's not going to go easy. That transition won't go easy.
Nah.
There's going to be people and stuff going to be hurt. They're going to be emotional. They're going to be butthurt. Politics, dollars are going to be hurting and everything like that. Where we're going to get money to uproot this. Charging you gas to just fly a fucking plane and stuff just to go from like one coast to another coast.
Maybe the Palestinian people are looking at it as, why are you trying to come in and help us uproot? Why don't you just have Israel stick to the land that was given to them and have it like that?
They're claiming all of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, like, how do you make Israel, like, my thing and stuff is that this is your house.
Right.
Your house right here. I come over here and tell you, like, yo, I need this fucking square over here. Don't put nothing in my square while I'm gone. In your house.
Right. Right.
Don't touch my square. You looking like, bitch, you're not even here. This is Sparta. You be kicking shit like in my square and everything. Then I come back, I'm like, bro, I thought I told you to respect my square. You don't live here to dictate rules.
Squatters' rights.
No further questions.
Squatters' rights.
Squatter rights can go oh so damn far. Oh so damn far. So thoughts and prayers to the Palestinian folks and stuff, and to the Israeli peoples and stuff as well. I just want to say that we hear more about the body counts piling up more on the Palestinian side than do from the Israeli side, but hopefully no innocent people and stuff are caught up in this mass. Like, we still haven't beat COVID. We haven't beat COVID. If it be a pandemic or fake pandemic to you and all the above, there's still other issues and stuff out here to deal with, such as that, first and foremost. Two, people need time to be people. Let's all respect each other.
Yeah.
These people were going through Ramadan. These other set people are feeling some things. And if they're fucking with each other and stuff, whatever, then yeah, this is what happens when you poke a bear.
Yep.
But then it was quiet for a while. Hopefully it can get back quiet, but I don't see Israeli people, troops, or government backing down from overtaking the rest of the Palestinian areas. Because this has never been a new dance.
Nah, it hasn't been a new dance. Do you think it's, and obviously you think about the region itself, the tensions that Israel has with other countries, other Muslim nations that are in the area. Can we be looking at something that might start another world war?
I don't see why not. I think so.
Nah, I mean, I don't
think
see why
so.
not either.
I think so.
Because there's only so much a Muslim will see before he comes to the aid of his brother.
Anybody with your cause.
Yeah.
Anybody with your cause.
Yeah.
Anybody with your cause. Whatever religion, whatever sect. If they're with your cause, they're with your cause.
They're with your cause.
If you, like I said, like, you seen a producer dude out there and stuff with it, and dude's just trying to drumline the fuck out of NPC machine and stuff like that. He's not getting it right. Everybody else in the neighborhood's telling him, boo, you suck.
Yeah.
Turn your shit off.
Yeah.
You be like, no, he's trying. You gonna go over there and go try to aid him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He or she.
He or she.
We're progressive over here. But that's what I'm saying. You're gonna try and go aid because they're about your cause.
Right.
So it's kind of like, great minds think alike, similarities and stuff like that. And yeah, you're gonna be like, yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure like there's tons of Muslim folk who are not there and probably seeing stuff like on social media and the news and everything are feeling the type of way. And they're like, if they could do whatever they can. Oh, there's protests going on in Montreal. You see when like there was a thing on the news where Montreal police officers wrestling with people that are protesting in Quebec,
right,
in Montreal,
yeah,
and everything. And it was getting kind of wild. But people are feeling the type of way. We're here in Toronto. People are driving around with their cars and their flags and everything and stuff. Yeah. They're feeling the type of way. Yeah. It's about their cause. Yeah. These people are probably Canadian. I don't know their immigration status, but they're true to their blood or loyal to their soil. And they're like, this is fucked up. What's happening to our peoples who couldn't leave? Yeah. Yes. Good talk. Good talk. Let's get to question of the week.
Question of the week.
Are you ready?
Ready.
What's the best and worst thing you like about me?
Best and the worst thing? I can only pick one of each.
One of each.
Damn it.
One of each. Because I know, salute to the peoples and stuff that will get ready to check us out. We're going to be on stereo.
Stereo.
We're going to be on stereo terrorizing the world over there and stuff pretty soon.
Yes.
Look forward to like notifications and heads ups and stuff we will be sending you guys and let you guys know when we would do another live show on stereo.
Right.
We're doing little test out things and I was just pissing off Smooth. So I was like, I kind of figured, I'm like, you know what? What's the best and worst thing you like about me?
I think the best thing I like about you is that you think things through thoroughly. You don't leave anything to chance or guess. If there's something that
I'm afraid of chance.
Yeah.
I am.
If there's something that comes across your path and you're not too familiar with it, you'll go out and you'll research it. You'll educate yourself on things.
Yeah.
So I really like that about you. The least thing I like about you,
it's getting spicy.
You're not as outgoing as I want you to be. I think I've said this. I think I've said this a few times.
Yeah.
I think I've kind of tried to poke the bear to make you get out there and get more outgoing as you should be.
I'm gonna give you more. I promise you. I'm gonna give you more. I told myself that. And I said in 2021, which I've been reneging on our agreement for 5 months now. 5 months. On the 16th of May, I'm supposed to be giving you a lot more and stuff. It's just that I have a lot of things going on in my realm. And then when it comes back to intersect within our realm, you probably, I know you always want to backhand me. That's why I was like, yo.
And you know what? And it's not so much me. I think you have so much more to just offer people out there on a whole, whether it's your words of wisdom, whether your words of encouragement, whether it's just your sometimes senseless sense of humor to just make people laugh and say, what the fuck? I mean, people are looking for that today. You know what I mean? People are looking for somebody who might share the same point of view and are afraid to speak it. Some people are just looking for somebody who gets them, even when they don't get themselves. And some people are just looking for the shits and giggles. And you provide a lot of that. So, like I said, not just for me, but for your fellow constituents.
Gotcha. There's a commencement? Nah. My theme and stuff is yeah, I need that dub done for a ringtone. Thank you.
Okay.
Please,
I got you. I got you on the ringtone.
My best and worst thing about you, the best thing I do love about you, or I like about you, is the fact that, like, yo, no matter what, you're looking at everything calm, cool, and collective. Like, some shit could be thrown at you and stuff, whatever. You're like, shit, the zombies outside. All right, what's the exit? Like, you already have. I was like, yo, you don't stress with shit. Like, yo, I seen you like maybe I can on my hand for me being around you less than 5 times.
Right.
When I seen you thrown out of character.
Right.
But out of all the goddamn times of between that and to and from, like decades into this, you're always on top of the game.
I try to keep a level head. If I can, you're right. There's gonna be times when I can't, but for the most part, I try to keep a level head, and I'm of the theory that the answers will come to you if you can keep a clear mind.
I can agree to that.
Yeah,
I can. What I've seen with myself personally. Yeah. If my judgment and stuff is I can't get it, that means my mind is not clear.
Right.
So
okay, bring it on.
I don't like this fence sitting shit you do. Yo, I tell you about that shit all the time, man. I was like, yo, fuck it, man. Just pick a side, man. It's okay. I'm rolling with you, man. You know I got your back. Even if it's not with the good shit. Right. If it's just with the bad shit, like, yo, I'm rolling. Like, I'm loyalty over royalty. You know how I roll. Yeah. So my thing is stuff like, I'm going to roll with you. Like, yo, if you said that person's a sucker, that nigga's a sucker. Right. That's it. I'm going to roll with you. So even if it's not good, I'll be like, yo, I kind of see you with you. I see it. I'm not fully for it, but I'm still with you. Yeah. Regardless of stuff, whatever. Like, when there's situations that arise and stuff, you're trying to do like the both sides of thing and stuff like that. Hell, even like the single income shit. I know for a fact. You know you have no qualms with being, I don't know, fuck, Melinda not that cute, but she's not that cute.
Not Melinda?
But okay, but let's say
Basil's.
Let's say Mackenzie. Let's say Mackenzie. And everything like, Mackenzie's looking like, okay. I'm like, yo, be a side piece until she get a boo? Yeah. Okay, man. That's it. Fuck the fence and shit. That's it.
I'll give you a side piece.
I'm not always going to keep you on the dark side. I'm going to give you a kick back to the light, to the good, because I'm over here sitting in the dark. I'm dark-skinned enough. But as I said, just can't always fence sit on some shit, whatever. We're not always going to be politically correct. Right. And everybody's going to like what you say regardless. Right. But just pick a side and stuff with them. Like most of the time, you don't side with me because you side with me. But I just feel like some things might just hold you back and be like, this thing might reflect on my kids, might have reflect on my wife, might reflect on my upbringing and everything like that. I'm going to go with the politically correct answer. That's it.
Well, I will say yes. I will toe the line sometimes, and not for my personal reasons, but I do think of others when
absolutely I know that
when I put myself in certain situations.
I see it,
and and more so to kind of shield them, not necessarily shield me.
No, it's for them.
Yeah, because I'm more so than can hold my own. 100%.
Mm.
I don't know how the next person can hold their own.
It's fair.
Right? So a lot of times I'll think of things, and it's funny because I can't remember who I was talking to about this the other day, but I had one person, they were conducting a meeting,
Mhm.
right? And he noticed me and said, "You're very quiet."
Mhm.
And he goes, "Usually or typically, people will consider that a bad thing. But no, that's a quality, because you think before you speak."
Mhm.
And some people can't do that. Some people just spout out it and then get the repercussions and then think about, well, maybe I should have or maybe shouldn't have. That I'm very calculated in the things that I do and the things that I say. And it'll appear to be fence sitting, but again, it's like for me, it's like playing chess. I'm looking at moves two or three moves down the line.
In advance.
What it might result to, what it might not result to. And sometimes I'll just say, there'll be a lot of times I want to say, "Fuck you, nigga." But then there's times where I'll just say,
It might be a long play.
it might be a long play, right? So, and that's just it. But you know what? I agree though, Marv. It's just like, nah, that fence sitting, again, people are looking for me to be decisive. It's just like how, I'm saying people are looking for you for inspiration or you to do certain things. People are, I got to understand that I'm now in a realm where people are watching, people are listening to me, and people respect my opinion.
Absolutely.
Right? So I should be able to give them an honest opinion. Either way. I agree.
Cool.
We got some therapy to go through right now, folks.
Breakthrough. Let me see. So let's get to the Ask the Sons and slide out here and stuff because, time is
not a test. This is not a test. This is not a test. This is not a test.
I'm here to piss you off.
This is not a
That's
test.
why I say I appreciate you, man. You didn't fire me on the air like Joe Buttons. They did a squad. They had to do like Patreons for like $2 to watch a full podcast with them. And you know what kills me?
Yeah.
Before I continue about the Ask the Sons, when I was looking at a preview of it, this whole podcast thing,
Right.
they were talking shit the most about Charlemagne, the Brilliant Idiots,
Right.
and other podcasts and stuff and everything.
Right.
Maul
Yep.
and Rory
Right.
went to the same studio that they shoot the Brilliant Idiots podcast and other podcasts that they've been doing shots at.
Yeah.
If you live in a glass house, you should watch your mouth. You can't throw stones.
Yeah, you
Cannot throw stones if you live in a
You gotta
glass
look
house.
at the long play.
It's the long play. They didn't do that.
You gotta look at the long play, right?
All right. Ask the Sons.
Ask away.
First question comes from Sith Queen. What's good? I remember that name. Is there a place where hate crimes constantly happen?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Call of Duty.
There's not a period during the game when the squad get together and y'all just have a little tea time. No,
No, it just might be a moment. You get like killed through and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking niggers. And like, sorry, I made it sound grown.
Right.
Fucking niggers. There's like some 10-year-olds out here talking like this. I'm like, we can't have like one peaceful day. Like,
just
without the N-word coming up, whatever. Like, I ain't call you nothing. I was like, wow. Like, all right, yeah. Starboy. What's the weirdest fact that you know?
Oh, I think I mentioned this several episodes back. The fact that you can chop slime mold into a million different pieces.
Yeah. I actually looked that shit up too that night. I was
And they
lost.
can hold their own. Each piece can hold their own.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up.
That shit is crazy.
Had me watching shit like it was a late night Indian builders, Pang Pang
Pang
and
Pang.
Tun Tun. Yo. Yeah, I was watching. I was like, I wasn't thinking you were talking shit. I was like, I just want to see it for myself. I was like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I was like, that's amazing. I was like, yo,
I was like,
I was captivated.
wow. I was like, imagine that, man. Imagine like someone came and just chopped off your arm, and then your arm just got a mind of its own and started doing shit, and then eventually just grew another you.
I don't know. I think I know a lot of weird facts. I look at so much different types of information and read shit, whatever. But I think the funniest thing and stuff for the world to me is still that no one wants to be peed on after they get stung by a jellyfish. I think it's a pride thing.
It is a pride.
It's a pride thing. If I'm in excruciating pain and everything like that, yo, Big Bertha, old man Slim Jim, yo, y'all better produce some R. Kelly fluids and y'all better soak my shit. I shouldn't be that far away from the beaches have like the little shower stations to rinse off.
Right.
I shouldn't be that far and stuff to get, please pee on me. The fact that people were like, no, ammonia and urine is not true. Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Listen, folks. This is something discovered as
eons ago, man.
Ages of the old ages of time.
People won't let you pee on them. Facts. I'm like, yo, I'm not specializing like, oh, I can't wait to throw a jellyfish in the pool on you for you to come out. So I say, Marv, you got to pee on me. I'm not saying that. I'm not wishing you ill will. But, when circumstances happens, whatever, they're like, they see me in pain? Quick, somebody pee on me. I don't give a fuck who it is.
I think we should poll that.
Would you let someone pee on you if you got stung by a jellyfish?
Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Let's pull that. We'll pull that.
Let's do it.
I'm curious. I'm curious now to see who's afraid of pee. Who don't want to be R. Kelly'd on?
Yo! We're polling that for sure.
Yeah. We got to poll that one.
Last question comes from Zangor. What's your favorite smell in the world to you? What's your favorite smell in the world to you? I like vanilla. I absolutely love vanilla, the smell of vanilla.
Yeah.
But then I like the weird shit though. Cause I want to say like vanilla, it's not weird, but I put it like a smell I just fucking love. Vanilla is one. Gasoline. I like the smell of gasoline. Markers.
Yeah, I like the smell of markers.
I'll have to shout out some markers.
I want to say markers, lilac.
Lilac. Yeah, I like lilac too. I smell some fresh lilacs the other day when I was walking too.
Yeah. And Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, the smell of fried chicken. Even if you're not eating it, it still can.
Yeah. That's and they be getting you with that shit, man.
You said decent shit. I said shit that I've already done. Maybe I already got brain damage already from huffing all this shit.
For the markers.
Yeah, that, the fresh paint. Maybe that's the reason why my responses are like that now. It makes sense. This is a breakthrough.
Yeah.
I'm fucked already, folks.
You're addicted to too many smells that's already eating away brain cells.
Pretty much. I got brain damage already. I didn't even know it. Holy. I problem solved it. Yes, we'll hit you guys with a little weekly motivation for y'all to help y'all get through. This week and this episode. So say the Suns this week will be, when you're done dreaming of success, wake up and work for it. So say the Suns.
So says the Suns.
I feel like a lot of that can be applied to a lot of things. And salute to like my Palestinian peoples and that's going through their chronicles and stuff as well. Like, you've been having this dream of freedom and everything for the longest. It's time to wake up and work for this thing.
Yeah.
In a possibly non-violent way possible. There's been enough bloodshed. Find to a solution and stuff like that. Same way as the Israeli folks. Hell, to a regular basic Joe and stuff like that. Yo, you have your dreams, you work for it. You know, people who know me, let me tell you a quick story about my NASA jacket, okay? So if you go on my Instagram and you see the little NASA jacket, I had a dream about that fucking jacket, okay?
He did.
I had a dream about that jacket. I was like, yo, that jacket looks too nice to be sitting in a dream. And I ended up finding the damn jacket.
Yeah, he did.
And I bought the goddamn jacket.
And he did.
And I wore the jacket. And
He inspired others to buy the damn jacket too.
I woke up and worked for that shit. The end.
Yeah.
Yo, it's not always about dreaming, man. You gotta dreams do come true, but you have to work for these dreams.
It kind of reminds me of my my Facebook tag, which is dream the impossible dream and wake up to a new reality.
That's you get that from? That's you?
That's me.
Why don't I have that on a t-shirt?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should put that on the
Fence and bag of shit. You keep that shit on that side of the fence. Clearly you didn't expose to this side. But yeah. But that's it.
That's it.
All right. Any more church announcements or we good to go?
No, we good, man. Listen, people, when you get a chance, please check out the Podical Sons website. You can either go podicalsons.com or thepodicalsons.com. Either or will bring you to the website. And like I said, again, if you don't have a home where you're already taking in our podcast, whether it be on YouTube or any of the streaming platforms, just go there, man, and you see all the videos are up. All the pods is just one click away.
Yes.
We have some merch that is currently out of stock, but hopefully we'll be stocking those soon.
It flies off the shelf, so bear with us.
Bear with us.
We're just trying to keep up with the demand.
And
Ask the Sons. You can
Sons.
Simpler way to submit the Ask the Sons questions now.
Yes.
You just go through there, and if you want to do a guest segment and stuff like that, tell us why on that section of stuff as well.
Right. Yeah.
So, okay. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between Jesus and stupidity, that Jesus has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there. Deuces.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.